Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth Doroba. State Police fire marshals are investigating a fire in Sugarloaf Township that was reportedly caused by an explosion. According to officials, crews were dispatched to 51 Cabana Lane around 4:30 a.m. on Wednesday. Crews were alerted to the scene by a neighbor who heard two pops, saw the house on fire, and called 911. Emergency crews from Sugarloaf, Valley Regional, Nuremberg-Weston, Hazel Township, Nescopeck Township, and Wapwallopin operated at the scene for over 5 hours. The occupant of the home is unaccounted for at this time. The investigation into the incident remains ongoing. Wilkes-Barre City Police are investigating a reported shooting on Monday. According to officials, police were first dispatched to the 600 block of North Main Street around 9 o'clock p.m. for a report of a motor vehicle accident. Upon arriving at the scene, officers spoke with the victim, who said he had been holding his 1-year-old child when they were struck by a dark-colored vehicle which had fled the scene. When officers spoke with additional witnesses, they learned that an argument had allegedly taken place between two male suspects and two individuals inside the striking vehicle. According to witnesses, during the altercation, one of the male suspects fired 2 or 3 gunshots at the vehicle. The vehicle then fled the scene and struck the victim and his child. The 2 male suspects reportedly fled the scene on foot, running south on North Main Street. Evidence of the gunfire was collected by officers at the scene. Police say the victim and his child both suffered minor injuries and were taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. The investigation into the incident remains ongoing. Stay tuned on WYLN News for updates. A winter weather advisory has been issued for northeastern Pennsylvania. According to the National Weather Service, the advisory is in effect from 4 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday to 10 o'clock a.m. on Thursday. During the advisory, mixed precipitation is expected, with snow and sleet accumulations of up to 1 inch. Ice accumulations of up to 1/10 of an inch are also possible. Drivers should expect slippery road conditions that could impact the Wednesday evening and Thursday morning commutes. Residents are advised to slow down and use caution while traveling. For up-to-date road conditions, you can visit 511pa.com. Pennsylvania State Police are investigating a reported theft in Hazel Township. According to State Police, a backpack containing the victim's driver's license and credit/debit cards was stolen from the 1000 block of Church Street on November 13th. The stolen information was then utilized by the suspect shown on screen to access the victim's bank account on November 21st. Troopers say the suspect accessed the bank account at a Truist Bank in Douglasville and withdrew approximately $4,000. The suspect was driving a white SUV. Anyone with information regarding the case or the identity of the suspect is asked to contact Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton at 570-459-3890. Coming up on WYLN News, local first responders receive state grant funding. Plus, the Heritage Hills Senior Community announces an upcoming event for veterans. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's only nationally ranked hospital. We turn setbacks into comebacks one movement at a time. Learn more at lvhn.org/ortho or 833-LV-ORTHO.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN weather kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your weather kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cher's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cher's is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, John D'Angelo's story is beautiful. 82, a lot of degeneration, not getting any better. He was so happy that Gentle Chiropractic helped him and Medicare paid for it. Tune in for a great show.
Welcome back to WYLN News. PA State Representatives Dane Watrow and Jamie Walsh have announced that nearly $900,000 will soon be distributed to local first responders. According to a press release, the funding was secured from the 2024 to 2025 Pennsylvania Fire Company and Emergency Medical Services Grant Program. The program was created from slot machine gaming proceeds to help fund training, equipment purchases, and construction projects for fire and ambulance companies in the Commonwealth. Local companies receiving funding this year include the Freeland Fire Department, the Whitehaven Fire Company and Rescue Unit, the West Hazleton Fire Department, the McAdoo Fire Company, the Hazleton City Fire Department, the Sugarloaf Fire Company, and Valley Regional Fire and Rescue, among many others. Wilkes-Barre City Police are attempting to identify the individuals shown on screen. Anyone with information regarding the identity of the suspects is asked to contact Wilkes-Barre City Police at 570-208-6699. PennDOT has announced that all driver license and photo centers will be closed from Saturday, February 15th to Monday, February 17th in observance of the President's Day holiday. PennDOT customers are reminded that a variety of driver and vehicle products and services will continue to be available online. To access these online services, you can visit dmv.pa.gov. Heritage Hill is inviting veterans to a free seminar to learn about the benefits available for defraying senior care costs. The seminar will be held at the Heritage Hill Senior Community on Tuesday, February 18th at 12 o'clock p.m. During the event, Carbon County Veterans Affairs Director Christine LeClaire will discuss the aid and attendance pension benefit and other benefits available to veterans. Lunch will be provided. Seating is limited and registration is required by February 13th. To register, you can call 570-427-4500. In the event of inclement weather, the event will be postponed to Tuesday, February 25th at 12 o'clock p.m. The Heritage Hills Senior Community is located at 800 6th Street in Weatherly. Coming up on St. Clair's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Northumberland, Part 3. Plus, we learn about cardiac rehab on this week's Wellness Wednesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
As the calendar turned to the 20th century, trolleys start clanging down American streets all over the country. Northumberland would be no exception to this when the Sunbury-Northumberland Street Railway was chartered on January 25, 1885. Legal suits would delay construction until 1889. Daft Electric Company of New York City was contracted to build the line and its electrical support system. It would stretch just over 3 miles between Sunbury and Northumberland once completed. One final issue would pop up during final tests of the line in May 1890, and it was found the trolley cars ran out of power on bridges. Daft would rectify this problem by placing insulators on the bridges in question, and the trolley line opened for operation in July 1890. The original fares would be 5 cents for a trip to Sunbury and 6 cents for a trip to Northumberland. Trolley service would be suspended between the communities from 1904 to 1906 after a terrible ice jam flood in the Susquehanna in the former year tore out the route's bridges. Ferries were used to transport passengers across the river during that time. The rise of the automobile, and with it bus service, would ultimately doom the trolleys to the past. The final Sunbury-Northumberland Street Railway trolley would make its run on March 11, 1939. With the rise of the Industrial Revolution, factories had also taken root in Northumberland at the turn of the century. One of these was the Van Allen Puddling Mill, which had opened for business in 1889 along the Pennsylvania Railroad's tracks near its train station. The plant made rough iron that would then be shipped to more established iron plants for finishing. The plant had been idled in November 1907 and had just reopened for business at the beginning of 1908. On the early morning of February 1908, 45 mill workers went to work as usual at 4 a.m. What started out as a normal day was shattered when boiler number 5 exploded with tremendous force at 6:30 a.m. Part of the boiler went clean through the mill's roof and landed in a field 200 yards to the north, while another went through the south side wall and destroyed another boiler at the complex forging works. Horrified townspeople ran to the mill and promptly found the entire south side to be a pile of debris. 7 men had been killed in the explosion: William Browse, Deval Clark, Thomas Jones, Edward Krebs, Grand Reeder, Samuel Sarvis, and John Sahovlin. 7 others would be seriously injured in the blast. The cause of the explosion was never fully determined, particularly since boiler number 5 had been checked the previous October and had been found to be in good condition. It was around this time a Northumberland resident began a strong career in politics and other fields. Charles Steele was born in Port Carbon in 1865. He would eventually move to Northumberland County, where he became a major player in William Whitmer's lumber company. It would be renamed the Whitmer Steel Company once Steele had achieved a partnership in the company. Steele then branched out into the banking industry, which had been very prominent in Northumberland at the time. He would be named president of the Northumberland National Bank in 1903, and then have a 16-year run in charge of the Lewisburg Trust and Safe Deposit Company beginning in 1907. Locally, Steele would be president of the Northumberland County Borough from 1893 to 1895, and then served as Northumberland's mayor from 1909 to 1914. He would move up into state politics in 1923 when he was elected to the state Senate. He served as a senator through 1928, during which time he served in the Senate's Education, Forestry, Game and Fishing, and Public Roads and Highways Committees, among others. Steele had also previously been an alternate delegate to the 1920 Republican National Convention, which nominated Warren Harding for the presidency. Steele remained a prominent figure in Northumberland, where an elementary school was eventually named in his honor, until his death in 1951. A mile and a half northeast of Northumberland, in the middle of a dense pine forest near Lithia Springs Creek, numerous mineral springs can be found, bringing iron, sulfur, and magnesium waters to the surface. Beginning in 1909, the Tuckahoe Mineral Water Company began bottling water at the site, which it shipped all over the country. In 1920, Lee Mertz purchased the property and built a swimming pool on it. It was, in fact, one of the first pools in the state when it opened to the public 2 years later. Cabins would soon go up in the site, named Lithia Springs after the nearby creek, as well as a restaurant in which the Mertz family would serve dinners on Wednesdays and Sundays, sometimes for as many as 800 people. A picnic area that became a popular location for family and church picnics also sprang up in the grounds. In 1938, Lee Mertz converted the restaurant into a bottling facility and processed soft drinks based off the mineral water in the area. Lithia Springs closed shortly after Mertz's death in 1965. A major Northumberland business would begin in 1921 when John Wesley and Emma Furman grew a bumper crop of tomatoes. They and their children put together 360 cans of tomatoes and successfully sold them to stores. The Furmans then built a cannery for their tomatoes and would add canned beans, corns, and peas to their repertory within a decade. They would increase the size of their cans in the 1950s for sale to the restaurant industry. In 1962, upon the advice of a New York City broker who thought adding an O to the end of the family name would make it sound more Italian and thus more easily sellable, the company's name was changed to Fermanos. The company's current state-of-the-art production plant opened in 1984. Today, Fermanos remains a major brand, still run by the 4th generation of the Furman family.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday and Happy New Year. I know sometimes people don't want to hear it in the end of January or February, but it's been a while. So I am here at the Health and Wellness Center at our Cardiac Rehab Center right within the Health and Wellness Center, and I am here with my longtime friend and colleague, Corinne Stone, who is a clinical exercise physiologist. Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you.
So February, of course, Heart Month.
Absolutely.
We should take care of our heart every single day, but we want to emphasize a couple things. So cardiac rehab, some people know what it is. Some people have been through your incredible program here.
Yes.
Some people may not know what it is. So, who qualifies for cardiac rehab? What kind of a heart event does someone have that they would need to have rehab?
Okay. So our program is a rehabilitation program for patients that had heart surgery or heart procedures. Usually patients that had heart attacks, bypass surgery, valve repair, valve replacement, stent, angioplasty, also diagnoses of congestive heart failure, angina. So there's just some of them that we see throughout the program.
And of course, their cardiologist would be the one that would refer them for cardiac rehab.
Yes, cardiologists or even family care providers also, okay? So they can be referred.
So tell us about the program and how it's tailored to each individual depending on what they went through.
Okay. So what we do is we have patients hooked up to a monitor, which is interfaced with our telemetry system. We monitor heart rate, heart rhythm, blood pressure while they're exercising. And as you can see around the room here, we have treadmills in the back. We have arm cranks where they sit and crank with their arms. It's a boot upper body exercise. I'm on something which is called a new step. They do a push-pull type of exercise, arms and legs. Obviously, you're sitting on a recumbent bike. We have a couple other pieces of equipment there, a couple more new steps, an upright bike without the backing and rowing machine. So what they do is they actually come in and everything's individualized according to what they had done cardiac-wise. We take orthopedic issues into concerns along with other, parts of their health history. We start everybody out slow and progress them as tolerated.
So what is the usual length of the program if someone's on it?
The program generally runs for 12 weeks, 36 sessions. So we strongly recommend the full 36 sessions to get the overall benefit of the program.
So when we say, if someone has an event, as you explained, age-wise, what do you see the range of ages you take care of?
We're actually starting to see younger patients come through, like 20s, 30s, 40s come through. Years ago, it was, older adults, like 70s, 80s, but now we're seeing a lot of younger patients come through too. So the youngest so far that I've been here, we've had 22 years old all the way up to like 94 years old.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's been varied range of ages.
So the one thing I love that you do is have our Patients of the Year. And tell us a little bit how someone qualifies for Patient of the Year.
Usually each year we pick a male and female Patient of the Year, and it's someone who has overcome a lot of obstacles, who is compliant with the program. They've made a lot of risk factor changes, like, compliant with their medications, they exercise, they stop smoking, diabetes is controlled, cholesterol controlled, blood pressure. So we, it's a tough decision, but we try to pick, someone out of, the amazing patients we have, for that award each year.
That have done, all of those things. And that's not easy to do once you have a lifestyle that you just, but you're here, your team's here, along with our cardiology team to help people not have this happen again, of course, so they can move on with their lives and enjoy their family and the things that they love to do.
Yep, absolutely.
Is there anything else, that you need to let people know about cardiac rehab that maybe?
Sure. It's not only the exercise, but we do a lot of education. I mean, that's a really key component of the program, like secondary prevention. We go over different topics as like stress management, dining out, cholesterol, diabetes, reading food labels is a big thing. Benefits of exercise. So we incorporate that into the program also.
So it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. The whole package.
And it's nice. They come and they exercise in a group, so we have at least, anywhere from like 6 to 8 patients a class. We can hold up.
They get to know each other.
And it's nice because you see nice like friendships form, and then it's, they all come in and, kind of help and support each other, which is pretty nice.
Well, Corrine, thank you. Your entire amazing team, who I know them all, and I'm really just proud to be a part of, you guys. So and keep up the great work. Thank you for watching Wellness Wednesday.
You're watching WYLN TV